Long ago, in a kingdom where the hills rolled like soft green waves, and the rivers sparkled like liquid diamonds under the morning sun, there stood a magnificent castle, home to a royal family, loved by all. Here lived young Prince Leo. He was clever, kind, and handsome, but his heart felt an emptiness that no riches could fill. He wished to marry, but not just anyone. He sought a true princess. His mother, the wise queen, sensed his worry.
My son, I know what your heart seeks.
But Mother, how will I know her? The world is full of princesses wearing crowns.
The queen shook her head gently.
A true princess is not defined by her crown, Leo.
She must be sensitive enough to feel the smallest pain of others.
Leo listened carefully. This was a lesson he would never forget.
Only a heart that feels a tiny pebble can truly understand the suffering of the world.
With his mother's words in his heart, the prince prepared for a long journey. He packed light, taking only what he needed. He was not looking for a girl with the most jewels, but for a soul with the deepest empathy. The morning of his departure arrived. The king and queen stood by the gates to wish him luck.
I will not return until I find her, Mother. I promise.
The queen waved, trusting in her son's noble quest. The great gates creaked open. And so, Prince Leo rode out into the wide world. He left the safety of his home behind. He traveled through thick forests where ancient trees whispered secrets. He rode along cliffs where the ocean roared its mighty song. But little did he know, the journey would be harder than he imagined. First, he sailed to the Pearl Islands. There lived Princess Valeria. She was famous for her beauty.
Your Highness, the fishermen in your village seem very tired and hungry today.
But Valeria barely looked up from her mirror.
Oh, who cares about fishermen? Look at my new pearl necklace. Isn't it shiny?
The prince sighed. Her heart was as cold as a stone. He moved on, hoping to find warmth elsewhere. Next, he climbed to the northern peaks. Here he met Princess Serafina. She was talented and fierce. She could play music and recite poetry in 5 languages. But when the prince looked into her eyes, he found them guarded and closed. Her crown weighed heavier than her smile. She was not the one. Finally, he arrived at the Golden Desert. Princess Amara was lively and full of energy. For a moment, the prince was hopeful.
Look, a simple flower surviving the heat. Isn't its strength beautiful?
But Amara frowned instantly.
Ugly weed. A princess must only admire the finest gold and jewels.
Disappointed again, the prince realized she valued gold more than life. Time after time, the prince was disappointed. Perhaps no true princess remained in the world. After a long year, he returned home. The people cheered for his return, but his heart was heavy. He carried no bride beside him. Only stories of faraway lands and empty encounters. Life drifted along until one stormy night. He wondered if he would ever find the empathy he sought. But fate had a surprise waiting in the thunder. One night, a terrible storm hit the kingdom. Thunder crashed. Boom! Lightning flashed. Rain poured down like a waterfall. It was a frightening night. Suddenly, there was a knock at the castle gate. Who could be out in such weather? The old king went to open it. And there was a princess standing outside. But good heavens, how she looked! The rain streamed down her hair and her clothes. She looked nothing like the wealthy princesses he had met.
I am a real princess. My name is Elara. I have lost my way.
My kingdom was taken. I had to flee.
I have lived among the people, facing the storm, just like them.
The queen looked at the poor girl. She didn't look like a princess, but the queen had an idea.
We shall see if she has a sensitive heart.
The queen went into the guest bedroom alone. She placed a single tiny green pea on the bottom. Then she took 20 mattresses and laid them on the pea. Then 20 feather beds were put on top of the mattresses. It was a mountain of a bed. Princess Elara was shown to her room. She had to use a ladder to climb to the top. She was safe and warm at last. But something was wrong. She tossed and turned. She could not find a comfortable position. Even through all the soft layers, she felt a hardness. It felt like a stone, reminding her of the hard road she traveled. The next morning, the sun shone brightly. The royal family gathered for breakfast. Princess Elara joined them, looking quite weary. The prince was worried to see her so tired.
Good morning, my dear. How did you sleep?
Alara didn't want to be rude, but she had to be honest.
Oh, terribly bad. I scarcely closed my eyes all night.
Heaven only knows what was in the bed. But I was lying on something hard.
It hurt my back, and it reminded me of the hard rocks my people sleep on when times are tough.
I could not rest while feeling such discomfort. It felt like their pain.
The queen smiled broadly. The test was a success. The prince's face lit up with joy.
You see, my son? Only a real princess could have such a sensitive skin and such a tender heart. To feel a tiny pea through 20 mattresses, that is the sign of true empathy.
And there it was, the tiny green pea that caused such trouble. Prince Leo knew he had found the one. He found a partner who would feel the people's pain and rule with kindness. Soon, news came that Alara's kingdom was safe, and her parents arrived to bless them. And so, the prince and Princess Alara were married. The kingdom rejoiced. They knew their leaders had the kindest hearts in the land. As for the pea, it was placed in the Royal Museum, where it lies to this day for all to see, reminding everyone that true nobility comes from a sensitive and caring soul, and they lived happily ever after.